By the end of this video, you're going to understand the skill sets of UFC lightweights, Daniel Zellhuber and King Green, using the fighter index when we break them down to see where they're dangerous, where they're vulnerable, determine their paths of victory, and who is the more complete fighter when we score them across 16 essential skills and give them an overall fighter index score. Daniel Zellhuber fights like a featherweight, built in a welterweight frame. Long, fluid, and dangerous at range. His striking is clean and measured, using height and reach to control distance and force opponents into extended exchanges. He doesn't rush. He builds rhythm, layering kicks and straight shots until openings appear. When he's managing space, he turns fights into technical puzzles. Daniel Zellhuber's challenges show up when opponents collapse distance and force him into tighter exchanges. While he's effective at range, he hasn't consistently imposed control in the clinch or on the mat when pressured. Under heavy forward aggression, his defensive reactions can lag, and rounds can slip if he's not dictating space. When the fight becomes gritty rather than technical, his advantages don't always scale the same way. King Green fights with rhythm and confidence. His boxing is slick, reactive, and built on sharp timing rather than raw power. He controls distance with subtle head movement and defensive awareness, making opponents miss before making them pay. Green doesn't rush exchanges. He invites them, reads them, and counters with precision. When he finds his flow, he can dictate tempo and frustrate opponents into mistakes. King Green's style can work against him when fights demand urgency. His reliance on rhythm and defensive reactions sometimes leads to getting caught or to low-output stretches, which can cost him rounds on the scorecards. While slick at range, he's less effective when pressured aggressively or forced into sustained grappling exchanges. Against opponents who don't overcommit, his counter-heavy approach can stall, making fights closer than they need to be. Now we look at both fighters in the fighter index tail of the tape. King Green brings deep experience with a 33-17 overall record and 16-11 inside the UFC, while Daniel Zellhuber enters at 15-3 overall and 3-3 in the UFC. Physically, Zellhuber stands 6'1" compared to Green's 5'10", and he holds a significant 6-inch reach advantage. Daniel switches stances, and Green fights primarily southpaw, so the physical gap comes down to height and length, while the experience edge clearly leans toward Green. Momentum contrasts sharply. Daniel Zellhuber enters on a 2-fight skid, while King Green rides a 1-fight win streak. In knockout wins, it's 11 for Green to 7 for Zellhuber. In submissions, Green again leads 9-3. First-round finishes show a similar gap, 11 for Green compared to 5 for Zellhuber. The numbers highlight Green's deeper finishing resume against Zellhuber's more condensed but still dangerous profile. Now it's time to break these fighters down using the fighter index scale. We break down each phase of the fight and score each attribute to better understand the strengths and weaknesses of a fighter's game. All fighter index scores are based on a scale of 1 to 10. Scores are subjective and can change as a fighter evolves from fight to fight. Here's how it works. There are 4 pillars that represent a skill set and 4 skills that make up a pillar. Each skill is scored, and the number value represents a level, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. Then, we take those values and give each fighter a fighter index score based on the scores of the skill within the pillars. In Pillar 1, Fight IQ and Athletic Tools, experience meets physical upside. King Green holds the edge in Fight IQ, scoring an 8 to Daniel Zellhuber's 7, reflecting sharper round management and veteran-level adjustments. Athletically, the advantage flips. Zellhuber scores an 8, while Green comes in at 7, highlighting the younger fighter's length, fluidity, and physical ceiling. In stamina, they're even at 7, showing both can maintain pace over 3 rounds without major drop-off. In resolve, Green again edges ahead with an 8 to Zellhuber's 7, backed by years of surviving adversity at the highest level. With advantages in decision-making and composure, this pillar favors King Green. In Pillar 2, striking and stand-up defense, it starts evenly. both King Green and Daniel Zellhuber score an 8 in striking, showing clean technique and real effectiveness on the feet. In the clinch, they're also level at 6, meaning neither holds a major control advantage in tight quarters. The separation comes defensively. Green scores an 8 in striking defense compared to Zellhuber's 6, reflecting Green's elite head movement and ability to make opponents miss. In durability, Green again edges it with a 7 in chin to Zellhuber's 6. With a major defensive advantage and slight edge in toughness, this pillar strongly favors King Green. In Pillar 3, grappling and control, the numbers are tight across the board. In wrestling, both King Green and Daniel Zellhuber score a 6, showing balanced ability without dominant initiation. In takedown offense, Zellhuber holds a slight edge with a 5 to Green's 4, giving him a marginally more reliable path to initiate grappling. From there, they're even again in top control at 5, meaning neither consistently drains time or locks opponents down. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, both score a 6, reflecting solid positional awareness without overwhelming submission pressure. With the slight edge in takedown offense, this pillar narrowly favors Daniel Zellhuber. In Pillar 4, defense, scrambles, and ground survival, King Green begins with a clear edge. In takedown defense, Green scores an 8 to Daniel Zellhuber's 6, reflecting stronger balance and resistance against grappling entries. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu defense, Green again leads 7 to 6, showing slightly better structural safety on the mat. Off the back, they're even at 5, meaning neither poses major offensive danger from guard. And in scrambles, both score a 7, highlighting comparable transitional awareness. With advantages in defensive reliability, this pillar favors King Green. Now we look at each fighter's path to victory based on what we learned from the 4 pillars. Daniel Zellhuber's path to victory is built on length, discipline, and selective pressure. He needs to stay at range, where his athletic edge and reach advantage can neutralize Green's defensive reactions. Mixing in occasional takedown attempts, where he holds a slight edge in offensive wrestling, can disrupt Green's rhythm and force him to reset. The key is avoiding prolonged pocket exchanges, where Green's elite striking defense thrives. If Zellhuber can control distance and vary his attacks, he can turn this into a technical, range-managed fight in his favor. King Green's path to victory revolves around rhythm and defensive control. He needs to close distance carefully, draw Zellhuber into exchanges, and let his 8 in striking defense take over. If he can make Zellhuber miss at range and counter inside the pocket, the fight shifts quickly. Pressuring without overcommitting is key, forcing the younger fighter to reset rather than build momentum. If Green keeps it standing, neutralizes takedown attempts with his stronger defensive base, and controls tempo, his experience and composure can turn this into his kind of fight. When all 16 attributes are averaged, King Green comes in at a 6.7 fighter index score, while Daniel Zellhuber lands at 6.3. That half-point gap reflects Green's elite striking defense, stronger takedown defense, and proven composure in high-level fights. Zellhuber brings length and athletic upside, but across more phases, the numbers lean toward the veteran. On paper, the overall edge favors King Green. If you have a different score for a fighter, put it in the comments and defend your position. Thanks for watching. You can learn more about your favorite fighters or check out other fight breakdowns by clicking on either of these links.